All right, so we're going to talk about your money story. Okay? It's the story you're telling yourself. So it doesn't mean it's true. You might think it is. You might believe, and that's the goal. Like if we think money does not grow on trees, that's going to influence our results or our lack thereof. If we think from our brain or believe that rich people are evil and mean, then why would we want to get rich? So we're going to tackle these things because it's simply a story. It doesn't have to be true. And we're going to talk about the different influences that can impact you. All right, so we're going to talk about the first thing to think about with your money story is childhood. So how was money talked about? So let's first just start off. Did your parents have money? Okay, if they had money, yes. How much? Okay, did they make, 20,000? Did they make like 80,000? Were they a little more up there, like 150,000? Maybe some of 500,000 plus. Like, where were you? Did you not have any? Did you struggle? So where were you though on this part? Because that makes a difference, because maybe you have money, okay? Here we have the no. But we have money, but depending on how much, that's going to impact, right? But even those who have more money, right, more wealthy, that can impact your money story. Or maybe you now only make 80,000. I say only just in comparison to 500K. And so that impacts how you think and act. Or you might think that you need to make more, or your lifestyle is going to be different and you didn't realize how important it was and how your life was so different because you had this money, or you feel sad about it and you're like, well, how can I get that amount of money? I don't like this. Or maybe you didn't have a lot and so you had to go work, you had to get a job, there was a lot of stress, parents were gone, or even here, like maybe you lived in a nicer neighborhood, but you were really stretching yourself, your parents, and you might not know all the details, but you could maybe assume or guess they were really stretching themselves. Maybe they had debt. Maybe even like people who have money, like maybe they had 150,000 and they were still like stressed, or they were like, money doesn't grow on trees, or they were just worried about everything. Who knows? But this stuff, how you were when you were a kid, impacts how you act in adulthood. And we're also going to talk about adulthood. But understanding this, we don't need to judge it. We just need to understand, because when you understand and you're willing to look at it with your eyes and really try to have compassion for it too, you can then make change. I also want you to know that just because it was your story, even when you started this video, if it was your story, at any point in time, you can change it. That's why I'm on this channel. Any point, your habits, if you're eating unhealthy, if you're watching TV all the time, if you're making excuses, if you don't work out, if you don't have skills, you don't provide value, you don't know how to make money, you have a really bad mindset, you think like a poor person, okay, any of these things, you think this, anytime you can change. That is why I'm on this channel, because you can change. I grew up with a lot of things and restrictions and whatever in my own mind, and was like making 40,000. I wasn't even making 40,000 for a while, a year. And I'm like, how am I going to live on this? How am I going to live on this? What am I doing? I'm a good person. I'm a decent person. I have potential. Like, what am I doing? And so I had to say, I can change it at any time. And that's when we did. And we started building our wealth slowly over time. And it just increases and increases and increases, changed habits, changed all of the things. And so I just want you to know that at any time, you can change if you choose to. Let's choose. And let's keep going.